I want to make this short video because I think a lot of retail investor has bought into Fubo, and I don't think people actually knew what they bought. They just bought into this because they listened to someone on YouTube, and they got hyped because of the name of Disney was in the title, so to say. So this was in June. Um, and they're basically debating if you should wait until the Disney deal is done, which I think it will take until like 2026. So yeah, but we have the latest numbers out. So if we go and actually look at uh, August 8th, their paid subscribers dropped by 12.5%. So this is already a bad signal, 12%, 12.5% actually to be. Uh, yeah, it's not a pretty picture. Like if you bought into this hoping that this deal would be a game changer and is basically going to push the company forward, you don't want the basic business of Fubo to suffer before the deal is done. Does that make sense? Like you want Fubo to keep growing at the same time they get this deal with Disney, not Fubo declining, losing 12% every like year. 8.7 million in total revenue. At least the revenue was up. So I'm guessing they increased the price because the subscribers declined. So that's not a good sign as well. Is it they sit on cash? Yeah, but they have a lot of debt. I'm gonna talk about that as well. But CEO Fubo, our continued focus on delivering choice of flexibility. We also capitalize on emerging opportunities. It's all about opportunities. Okay, he's trying to sell something. Um, we are pleased, including our top line perform. They highlight the revenue. Okay, other YouTubers will be very positive to this. They will say like, look at the revenue, it's going up. But as I see it, the users declined by 12%. So they had to increase the price by a lot. Or do they make money from gambling yet? I don't know. Or is that a second party? Uh, like it's an interesting idea, but there are similar services out there. Fubo is not alone. If you just sit by your computer, you can do this perfectly fine. If you want it on a TV, okay, maybe you want to pay for Fubo, but I think you can actually do this through your browser and then stream it onto the TV. Like if you want to watch several games. So like, why would you pay for a subscription to Fubo? Like, if I do it, I watch some games, I can just stream it from my browser and have all of them playing. Like, there is ways to do it without paying monthly. So I don't see Fubo actually having a strong moat. The thing that might be good for them that is like that old people don't know technology that well. Here they say something about paid subscribers. We believe the number of paid subscribers is a relevant measure. Base paid subscribers are those subscribers that have completed registration. Payments month and yeah. So maybe they have a lot of free users and they see they're paid. Users who are on a free trial period are not included in this metric, of course. Do you have free users somewhere? No. Free cash flow, free you. No, they don't say anything about free users. So you have the declining paid users. So let's look at the valuation. They're expecting to see a massive earnings decline in 2026 and basically go negative in their earnings. So you're looking at, yeah, basically, if I would guess where the stock would be heading, I'm not a price target guy. I don't want to speculate, but if I would be guessing after this bump, like you can gamble and say like, oh, maybe you'll get $5 or something out of this and then sell out. But I wouldn't gamble. Like, this is a company I don't see any reasons to hold, at least not now, because like 2026 will be a very risky period. And this is the thing I say, like, wait until you get a company that has a return on their investments. And this is just like like yeah, you see 2026 high risk, and if you look down out 2027, you look to drop 90%, but normally I would say like $1 or half a dollar or something like that. Maybe it would end up, because I think there will be some kind of growth coming after 2027. I don't know how much it will grow after that, but there will be some kind of growth coming in the future. But there will be high risk in 2026. So even if you want to own this, it doesn't make much sense to own it today, because you could potentially lose like 90% of your money. And if you don't have an endless amount of revenue coming in to your personal accounts, like you're not a YouTuber, you're not famous or anything like that, you don't want to take these risky bets. And that's also why you shouldn't like blindly copy people on the internet. So I just want to cover this quickly. Ratio, you go down, you see return on invested capital is negative, and I believe return on equity is only up because they got basically a cash deal and some debt from going active in 2026, I think, like 145 million, and they got 220 million in cash. So that's like just a spike. But if you look previous to that, it's negative 80%, negative 70%. So only if you look at if you only look at the returns, this is a horrible company. And then of course, if you look at the revenue is growing, but yeah, like you see the cost here, it's gone from 200 million and now it's around 1.4 billion in cost of revenue. And I don't know how to predict the costs. They will have, I think they will have problems with the margins as they add in sports and stuff like that, because it's very expensive to run these kind of services. If you ever listen to someone like the Twitch CEO, for example, if you run in a certain resolution, for example, say 4K, the cost is so high, and that's the risk of Fubo TV. Is like, I don't know, actually, maybe they don't run in high quality. Maybe it's like seven, what is 720p or something like that. Maybe they run on really low quality, but that's actually not that good as, because then you don't really compete. So yeah, there is no moat as well. Like, a competitor could create this company if they had, well, you wouldn't need that much money really. You could probably do this like if I had 100 million, I could probably start this company. I wouldn't have uh, these kind of numbers, but would definitely be able to start this company. You don't need a lot to start it, but you need to be able to get users, and the users are declining. The paying users are declining anyways. But it's a lot of selling. Mm, Operation expenses is going up, but not by a lot. But that's a worry. Like it's very expensive to run a streaming business, and I don't know. A lot of YouTubers don't that promote this. I listen to a lot of people when I walk home, because partly because of entertainment, and partly because I want to learn stuff. Some people I learn stuff from, and some people are just, I don't know. It's just funny to listen to them because they make wild prediction. I think someone said this was going to be 25 USD like by next year. I'm like, what? Why? So, anyways, you see, share dilution is a big issue as well, and it's basically picking up again. It's 15 and 22. Before it was 200%. Maybe something happened. I don't know. But it's like not really impressive margins. And I think the margins will be a big issue for the company. So I have two worries. I have the margins I would be worried about. Well, I would be a bit worried about the dilution. Uh, and since they are diluting a lot, I think that will also result in a very low diluted EPS if they keep on diluting you. The cash flow is actually not. Oh, wait. Is that from operations or operational free cash flow is 146. Okay, it looks like they're actually making something. Account payable, account receivable, stock-based compensation has actually gone down a bit. That's one. Okay, I found one small good thing about the company, but like it's a lot, and it's so hard to put. How do you say, like their they don't have something like, for example, Disney. They have Mickey Mouse. They have a brand. Fubo doesn't really have anything that makes me say like, oh, this is great. Like they might have customers that like them, but that's about it. I don't know. Like why do you invest into this company? If you're a serious investor and you bought this, why did you buy into it? Like Disney will basically there is going to be a separate entity that they both create. Disney will own 70% of it. Fubo will be taking a loan from Disney, so they have to pay back to Disney, and then they got some money from it to get this running, and then they will manage it. So they're basically managing Disney's what is it, like sports and broadcasting service featuring Disney's premier sports. So they're basically helping Disney. Meanwhile, the old Fubo was sports as well, right? So they're basically going to run Disney uh, sport channels, or whatever you call it. Sport channels is not really channels, service. So what will happen with the like legacy streaming of Fubo? Will it be converted into this new entity, or will it be like they control both, but they have to like manage in between? I think it's something like that. Um, yeah, Trill to collaborate with Hulu and Live TV and Fubo I think they will add some kind of match betting as well, uh, but I don't think they will. They will take in on outside entity or company, and the company will do it within their service. And basically, Fubo or Disney will, well, Fubo most likely will probably be forced to pay them us quite a heavy fee if they add betting, so to say. And so they're not going to make a lot of money of that, but they're going to make some money if they do that. I don't know. I haven't actually used Fubo because I can just use my web browser, cost it if you have Google. 6.2 million, yeah, but it's declining. Combined 6.2. Okay, well, what do you think about this? Is it? I don't see the big opportunity here. Like sports is big, but also it's very seasonal, so it's not like they will make a lot of money every month of the year, and it's not like it's very seasonal. Yeah, I don't like this business. Why do you own this? Please comment below. I'm interested. Thank you. That's all for me. I'll probably look at some other uh, businesses. But the funny thing is, like, I strongly remember like Jeremy buying in 13. Like I listen when I walk home. Okay, I listen sometimes. I listen to Jeremy. Sometimes to some other guy. I listen to a lot of people from eToro that I like. Uh, but I strongly remember like 2021 or 2022. I don't remember when, but I remember him buying around 10 or above 10, and I was like, why? There is no moat, no strength in Fubo. The strength is in Disney. And even Disney is a questionable company. Why you wouldn't want to own that instead of like Netflix, for example? I would rather own Netflix than any of these two. So yeah, comment. I'm interested. And of course he got the bottom of Fubo, because this is also one thing that annoys me. Like people, they buy here and they buy here, and then they sell the stocks that they bought up here, and now they are green. They made money. How can people be so manipulated? Like it's so false. Like I don't like this kind of acting like they know something. Yeah, you also have the antitrust probe. I forgot about this. So you have more issues, okay? Mm, but I think this will be resolved, actually. But like I said, I don't see this is not a value play. They're not creating value, and they are not cheap. Actually, like what you're paying now, you're paying 16 PE, and the PE is expected to be negative, and in the future it's expected to be like, yeah, basically explosive growth, explosive growth. But when you go from 0 or 0.01 to 0.3, of course it's explosive growth because you were negative the quarter before. So, or year before, not quarter. Anyways, right while you own it, I'm very interested. Like, uh, you also have like the debt current current assets is almost 400. Current liabilities is 558. Are you happy with that? Like, it's not a big risk. Total assets is still higher than total liabilities. So yeah, but I don't know. Like, I remember him. Yeah, wait. Actually, maybe I paused when he said that. Yeah, exciting, exciting, exciting. It's not exciting. Like, that's the reason you own a company, because it's exciting. Sorry, it's like the wrong reasons. I hope you like this. I hope you took something from this. Make your own decisions, and yeah, good night.